I know. Don't record on your bed. So, hello new subscribers, first of all. And old subscribers, of course, I love you too. But I want to explain to the new subscribers that haven't watched like some of my back catalog of videos. By the way, if you wonder why some of them have the comments turned off, it's because at that time I was dealing with a cyberbully who made fake accounts in my name and the names of loved ones who passed away. So it was just easier to turn off the comments than have to constantly delete and block their new account. They haven't contacted me in years, ever since I called them by their real name. But, so, new subscribers, if you haven't watched my back catalog of videos, Molly, this is not about you. One of the things I do on this channel that tends to be kind of popular is I will try foods, and mainly hot sauces, really, because I really love things that are spicy. But I also will try, like, chocolates from other countries and stuff. And if this channel was monetized and if I had the money for a P.O. box from it, I probably would be, like, asking people to send me stuff. I do have, like, a wish list on Amazon strictly of spicy things to try on this channel. If anybody has extra cash, nobody has extra cash right now. And so anyway, today I am actually going to be trying something my friend Amber made me. She grew corn and hot peppers, and she made homemade spicy corn nuts. Now, I have eaten at one of her peppers. I ate that one over on TikTok to show some of the stuff that I do on YouTube, and it was, I think she called it a viper pepper. Oh my God. I had to run to the kitchen after making that TikTok and milk, milk, milk. Nobody could understand a word I was saying. Normally I film these videos, these tasting videos, in the kitchen or the dining room. It's just that today I'm getting interrupted a lot whenever I leave this room, so I figured it's safer to do it in my bedroom. So she said that she didn't have as many ripe peppers, fully matured peppers, when she made this. So she said it might not be as spicy as her first batch, which I haven't had. Her husband is crazy about spicy food, just like me. So she does a lot of stuff just because he likes it. That's really good. And it gets a kick after it gets in your mouth a little bit. You can't have any, Molly. You had two. She just had 2 dog biscuits. You just had 2 dog biscuits, plus spicy food is bad for doggies. Yeah. Give me kisses thinking that you're going to get some. I mean, because they're homemade corn nuts instead of store-bought, they're softer, which is probably better because I've got a couple of crowns. And the dentist told me that I was never allowed to eat corn nuts again, and that's sad because I love corn nuts. So, yeah, it's not like burn my mouth off spicy like the whole doggone pepper that I ate on TikTok, or some of the whole peppers that I've eaten on this channel. Like I've done dried Carolina Reaper, dried scorpion pepper, and dried ghost pepper, and then I managed to get my hands on some fresh ghost peppers. Plus, there was a pepper I grew in my own garden called a dragon cayenne, which is a cross between a Thai pepper and a cayenne pepper. So it's spicier than regular cayenne pepper. I think it said, if I remember it correctly, it's been a few years, it was like 100,000 on the Scoville. The problem is, okay, that pepper was really spicy. Not as spicy as the other ones I ate later on, but it had a weird metallic aftertaste. So it's definitely something I would not recommend eating whole on its own. Mix it in salsa. It makes a really good salsa. Or dry it out, what have you. But don't do what I did for YouTube and eat it whole. Because like I said, just had this weird aftertaste. It was like it was like I had a piece of metal in my mouth. So I know this is not very dramatic because I'm not like crying and screaming and begging for milk or ice cream or what have you. But I wanted to give my new subscribers a taste of what I do on this channel sometimes. I just do whatever I want on this channel. Sometimes I'll rant. Sometimes I'll give life updates. Sometimes I'll sing. Sometimes I'll post my TikToks. But it seems like outside of my video from TikTok explaining what a Karen is, my next most popular thing is trying things that are spicy. I'm sorry, my hand itches. I love you very much, but you're not getting any spicy corn nuts. Because you will be sick through the night if I give you things that are spicy. By the way, if you want to make a GIF of anything from any of my videos, go for it. I think sometimes I make the funniest faces when I'm trying foods, because some of them are just so horrible. Oh my God, the time I tried Marmite, oh, never again. I don't care what you British people tell me. You can say all that you want. Well, if you would have just spread it on toast instead of eating it off a spoon, it's still horrible. Never again. Never again. I might give Vegemite a try just to see if it's any different from Marmite, but never again will I eat Marmite. Oh my God. So, but yeah, this is a taste of what I do. Now, when I have something that's store-bought, I will read off the ingredients on it because I've got a lot of food allergies. So I try to stress that it's very important to read the labels, not just for nutrition-wise, but to see if there's something you're allergic to in there, you know. Now, I do read them in the store, but I'll read them on camera too, because I'm not going to bring something home that has something in it that will cause my throat to swell shut like cinnamon does, which means no pumpkin spice for me, ever. No pumpkin spice anything, because cinnamon is in pumpkin spice. Or something that will just make me, like, okay, story time. So, way back when Big Jamie was Little Jamie, my parents went to this specific church. I know I wear a high, but that's because my maternal great-grandparents, which means my mom's side, were actually Jewish but pretended to be Catholic because of, you know, idiots. So I wear this in honor of them. But my parents are Christian, Baptist, and so we would go to this church that no longer exists. It's changed its name from First Baptist to the Lighthouse. And it was a rainy Sunday, and they brought in to Sunday school hot chocolate for us kids. And I said to them, is there NutraSweet in there? NutraSweet, for those that don't know, was a very popular brand of artificial sweetener in the 1980s. So NutraSweet, Equal, those were the two major brands back then. Now there's just so many. And they said yes, and I said, well, I can't have it because I'm allergic to NutraSweet. You're a liar! You're a liar! Nobody's allergic to NutraSweet. You're a liar! You know, the Sunday school teacher's bullying me, telling me that I'm wasteful and I'm a sinner because I'm lying, you know, and thou shalt not lie and all that. And the students join in. And finally, because I was just so upset of being accused of lying about something that I know for a fact is true, and I was a kid, I gave in and drank it. Within minutes, my parents were rushing me to the hospital because I was in such severe pain. My stomach was cramping, I was crying, I was screaming, I was just miserable. And, you know, the Sunday school teachers had to get my parents out of church, and they're like, well, Jamie's really sick. What happened? Well, we gave her some hot chocolate with NutraSweet. Didn't she tell you she's allergic to NutraSweet? Yes, but we thought she was lying. My daughter would not lie about something like that. How dare you not believe her when she was telling the truth? Go, Mom. So, this is why I always stress, always, always, always read the ingredients, because you don't know what might be in a food, even a food that you've eaten before, but you always feel a little bit sick afterwards, even though you love it, that you might actually be allergic to. You know, you'll have these people talking about how they've went on these really strict diets, or people who went from, you know, being omnivores to vegan or vegetarian, and they'll say things like how their skin suddenly cleared up and everything. Well, it could just be that they eliminated something that they're severely allergic to out of their diet, but it wasn't like anaphylaxis allergic, but like there's certain foods that I eat that give me very violent stomach aches. There's other foods that, like, if I eat whole wheat as opposed to like white bread, you know, something where the wheat is really processed, so it's not a gluten thing, but if I eat whole wheat or any whole grains, like whole oats or whole spelt or what have you, but it's more with whole wheat than anything, I'll break out in very painful pimples all around my mouth, you know. So now you know. Always read the ingredients, see if there's something in there that you might actually be allergic to. You can have allergic reactions from very mild to very severe. You know, you hear those stories about people who are like, oh, I love bananas because they make my throat tingle. And then they realize, oh my God, I'm allergic to bananas. Okay, so I've rambled enough. Amber, thank you for the corn nuts. Let's see if we can kick the spice up a notch. She also actually ground some of her peppers for me into a powder that I can put into food. So I didn't bring that up here because I just didn't feel like risking making a mess with that. And I hope you all enjoyed me eating. And you kind of, this is my problem. I don't script what I'm going to say. I improvise everything. And with these food tasting videos, it's not like my other videos where I can stop and restart, because I want you to see my honest first time reaction. And if I stop and restart, you're not getting my honest first time reaction. So, my foot's asleep. Molly, my foot's asleep. What are you going to do about it? What? Dog. Dog. Cute dog. Yes, she's got a dress on again. It's so hard to get her to go outside and go potty without clothes on. And her skin is cleared up a whole lot, so. You see what she's doing? She wants to give me kisses, but she also doesn't like cameras. I can't take pictures of her like I could my other dogs in the past, you know. Some of my dogs, Audrey especially, because I had her from a puppy on, would actually pose for the camera. Not this one. She doesn't want to look at the camera at all. Show the world your cute face. Show the world your cute face. I love you. You're a pain in the butt. You're a pain in the tuchus. Yes, you are. Oh. You're my best friend. People, let me tell you about my best friend. Okay, I gotta turn the camera off. Oh, and by the way, I do have one last thing to say. I was born in 1976. That means I'm Generation X. Could people please stop calling me a boomer? I have 3 older brothers, 2 of whom are boomers themselves, because our parents are silent generation. So I have my own issues with boomers because I'm related to a couple. So I don't like being called a boomer for that reason. It's not that it offends me, it's just that, I'm Generation X. I'm part of the baby bust generation, not the baby boom generation. Unfortunately, the Generation X generation is also called the Karen generation. And I will end on what, all issues with boomers aside, there is one good thing to say about boomers, but not about all boomers. The majority of older boomers are more likely to be pro-vaccine, with the exception of the coronavirus vaccine, only because the coronavirus vaccine is being rushed, which is not a good thing. The majority of older boomers are more likely to be pro-vaccine than younger boomers, Generation X, and sadly millennials. And, it's a sad reason why. It's because those older boomers are more likely to have had a friend or family member die of something like measles or end up in an iron lung because of polio. Oh my God. I saw pictures. It was just a whole wall of iron lungs for infants. Infants! And people don't want to vaccinate their kids because they think it'll turn them into a gay autistic Satanist. Oh my God, why are you people so stupid? So that's one good thing about older boomers. Not like the ones that came after a lot of vaccines came out aren't as good as the older ones. But yeah, please don't call me a boomer. I actually act more like a millennial in some ways. But I have my own issues with boomers because 2 of them are my older brothers. I sympathize with millennials a lot. Come on, camera shy. Let's let them end on something cute. Poor baby. Sorry.